hello everyone, we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna be calling the group in a second, and yeah, just Ape Escape. It's more Ape Escape. I'll be mentioning this again towards the end of the stream. There's going to be a collab soon I'll be doing of Cursed Halo, which I don't know what day it's gonna be. I'm still trying to figure that out, but you'll know as soon as I hit the stream button, basically. Anyway, let me call the group and get started. Can't believe they're fucking dead. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's okay. Yourself?
I'm doing alright. Let me just send you the stream link real quick. And there we go. Alright, let me get started. So, I'm on the wrong screen. I'm looking at it through the fucking stream monitor, right?
I'm on the wrong screen! Oh my god, I'm on the wrong screen!
Ah!
I can't see!
I can't see. Well, actually, I could see. It would just be a slight delay. So, you know. That would cause issues. Especially if something came up where I have to react to it. In a video game. Oh.
React.
We're on this level. We're on the Defeat Spectre level, so this is going to be going back and catching monkeys. I think.
Oh, I mean, this is a pretty long level. If it's the... we're immediately on the space station. Moon base, whatever.
No, I think there's one more level before this, at least.
I'm gonna say, if it's not Moon base is the final level.
Yeah, this is the, not the moon base. This is, just like the first game, the fake last level thing.
Where's the goddamn moon?
You take the moon, you take the sun.
But anyway, you say in case we have to react to stuff, are we stealing content now, Dan?
Oh,
good,
crap.
Because our content was low effort enough as is. And frankly, I think we put too much effort in anyway, already. So, let's go back to the old days. To be fair, we were reacting to stuff before it was cool.
It's true, we used to do like an entire thing called heckles, which aren't online anymore, but where we would just watch people's things and just Mystery Science Theater it.
Yeah, it's fun. It was react before react. You're welcome. All the react content creators.
Hack fraud, stealing our idea. We should fucking copyright it. This is a joke.
Didn't realise your last name was Fine.
I guess I'm doing fine, get it? Ha ha ha.
He's dead. I assume they're dead. Like, channel-wise, like, content, like, you know...
I haven't heard of them in ages, but that happens...
Not like IRL dead.
It might be like a case of they're still trucking along sort of thing, where a lot of times we're like, wait, are they still around? And we look and like, oh, they're still around. They just kind of just still trucking along. Not as big as they were, but still making enough where they can make money. That's usually the case with these. Like, was it today, like, some friends of mine just realized that Nostalgia Critic is still, like, making shit. They were fucking shocked, and I was like, yep, he's still trucking along.
Not on that grind. I mean, if there's one thing everyone has always said about Doug is that he never stops working, so he has that going for him.
It's true.
The only thing he's got going for him, but... See that Knuckles trailer?
I saw parts of it, at least one of the versions of it. Where they did the, do I look like I need your power? Yes, that's why we're here.
I mean... Oh no.
They miss it. They miss a trick by not calling it in Knuckles.
Knuckles and Knuckles. I mean, they keep doing that. They keep missing the obvious and Knuckles joke, and then they keep.
Yeah, they keep.
You know.
They keep not doing it. Like, what the hell, guys? Get a grip.
It's the lowest hanging fruit possible.
It's a layup. Come on.
Oh, no,
You're literally allowed to do it. People use it improperly all the time, and you literally have Knuckles.
I'm sure it will be fine.
I mean, the Sonic movies were alright. They're perfectly fine. Just like the Mario movie, they're fine.
I think I actually prefer... I think as blasphemous as it sounds, I think I prefer the Sonic movie to the Mario movie.
Yeah, honestly, same.
It's not even like... Yeah, probably like... Mario movie looks nicer, has better animation, because, you know... Nintendo and Illumination through fucking bank at that.
Yeah.
Whereas, let's be honest, Paramount probably not going to throw that much at Sonic.
I mean, look at the original Sonic design. Before they got bullied.
Well, before the internet finally, did what it should always do, which is champion the right causes and not, harass stars on social media. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I think part of the problem is, I don't like. Well, it's not that I don't like it, but the Mario movie is just whatever because at the end of the day, all the characters it's dealing with aren't characters, so it never feels quite right. It just feels like the most whatever. Like, I mean, Luigi, I guess, is technically the most character of all of the characters.
There are characters with character in Mario, but they aren't like really Peach, Mario,
or Bowser.
Bowser has a bit.
A little, but like a lot of it is still just. And that's the other thing. It just feels like it's as, for lack of a better term, memed out. Where it's like, oh, why does Bowser want to kidnap Peach? Oh, I guess just because he wants to bone her. I guess, which is like fine, but then it also is just like, yeah, I don't know. Feels like almost feels like it's the dollar store version of Mario, and I'll be honest, I don't know how you could even do a Mario movie better. I don't think you probably can, but so I guess in that respect it's fine.
Mario is kind of like because Mario is kind of just. I mean, I like Mario. Don't get me wrong, but Mario is being kind of just whatever. You can kind of just do whatever with it.
Well, Mario's like
within a certain realms, obviously.
Yeah.
But like Sonic has. Sonic characters have like established like personality and stuff you got to work with. So, well, and that means all of them, not just like, a couple of the characters have personalities, but like the main ones are just kind of whatever. Like Sonic has a distinct personality. You now have to work in the frame of this is how Sonic acts. You got to do this.
There's also stuff like I don't care for Sonic's voice, but I don't dislike it as much as I dislike Chris Pratt's Mario voice.
Oh, it's because it's just Chris Pratt. Like, the Sonic voice still fits Sonic, it's just not as good as, like, if they just got, like, one of the actors from the game to do it.
Yeah, it's just Chris Pratt, and to be honest, I just kind of can't stand Chris Pratt. A lot of it might stem from...
Is it because he's a Pratt?
From the story of... Well, yeah, but specifically it's from that whole thing of, like, a couple of years ago when he made a post saying, oh, I love my darling wife who gave me beautiful children, and then it's like, what about your first wife who takes care of your special needs child?
That
you didn't,
This is in the post
about. Yeah, just that you're kind of not talk. We're not going to talk about his first wife.
Well,
fucking
you
works.
see, he spent a lot of time at the local laundromat stomping on Koopas. So he was a little too busy.
Also, didn't he only actually get his, start in acting because of his wife, who's Anna? I forget her last name, but she's the woman from the Scary Movie films, which sounds a lot more damning than, I probably mean it to, but...
I don't know, because, like, the thing is, I mentioned this, I said this earlier to someone, too, today, where I was just like, I know voice actors better than I know actual, like, like regular actors.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I can tell you a lot about a voice actor, but when it comes to regular actors, I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so
I just know a lot of times when an actor gets the voice acting thing in a movie, I'm just like, ugh, you're not... This would be better if it was literally not you.
I mean, but it's like kind of, people leaving their spouses or cheating, it's like one thing, but then, but it's always whenever people do that extra spiteful thing, like, oh, I'm not going to address my special needs child. Or, oh, I'm going to leave my wife after she just has a cancer diagnosis. It's those kind of things that make me really go, I mean, you were a scumbag before, but now you're just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Boris, who actually did that.
I mean, I find a lot of people that try to do the whole I'm wholesome thing tend to be,
well,
no, I'm just saying in general. Like, whenever they do that, I tend to be more on alert with them.
Anyway, that's why I don't like Chris Pratt, so that's why everything that has him is always like
I don't care for Chris Pratt.
It has almost like a -1, anywhere between a -1 and a -5 against it already.
When he got when he got announced to be Garfield, someone said, "I can't believe now it's an actual threat to a fandom where you can just say, I hope your favorite character gets voiced by Chris Pratt."
Like, he's gonna be Garfield. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
Which I'm
Garfield's
like,
not had a good.
which I mean is like so comedically unfitting.
Oh no, we know he can be a fat, lazy slob.
Well, he just sounds like Chris Pratt. He doesn't like. He's not like doing anything. He just sounds like Chris Pratt. So he doesn't sound like he's depressed as all fuck.
Well, I mean, Garfield's not had a good voice since, you know, the 90s.
It's true.
Or
But
whenever
unfortunately,
it
that
was.
guy passed away many, many years ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got fired because Bill Murray didn't want to sound like Garfield.
Fucking Bill
I'll
Murray.
remind you, Bill Murray didn't want to sound like Garfield.
I know. Also, goddamn, fuck you, Bill Murray.
I like how we couldn't have a Ghostbusters 3 until but then it'll because Bill was holding out, and then like now that Harold Ramis is dead, we keep getting to have Ghostbusters. I still haven't seen Afterlife, but to be honest, I won't because I just
I have
find
no
that whole
interest.
Ghost Egon. I find that whole Ghost Egon shit so fucking creepy and
It's
disgraceful.
tasteless, honestly.
And it's like, yeah, no, because
I do not like the idea of using the likenesses of dead actors like that. I really do not.
if they'd have at least if they'd have still done the same shit, fine, but they'd have just had it so his ghost never actually appears. It's just more of a heavily implied thing. Then okay, fine,
Yeah, that'd be
whatever.
fine.
But it's the fact that his actual fucking CGI ghost face.
And if you
It's
say
just-
like stuff like, "Oh, the
it's just
family
weird.
signed off on it," I don't care. I don't care if they signed off on it. I
Yeah,
find it
families are also-
tasteless.
Families are also pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't care if they signed off on it. I find it tasteless.
I would sign off on using digital necromancy in any of my family. Not even the ones I hate, which is most of them. Not even on the one who waterboarded me as a child.
You know, it has been a
I
few
know.
streams since you brought that up.
Hey, man, it's one of my favourite I don't know, I gotta get my trauma out sometime.
Come down,
It's like
asshole!
better
I
I-
need to get the magnet on you.
I mean, it's better I get my trauma out now than, I don't know, shoot up a Super Bowl parade, because
Well, you're not American.
I don't know. I don't know why you people do half the things you do.
I don't know why either. Listen,
Well, the
thoughts
one
and
thing
prayers. That's the
Americans-
only thing we can do is thoughts and prayers, though.
I thought the one thing you Americans loved above all else was football, or as I've heard it described, hand egg.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody hates football more than football fans, specifically if their team isn't playing or losing.
Well, now they can especially hate it because every time the football is played, they just cut to Taylor Swift.
God, like, some of my coworkers are so fucking mad about that, and I'm like, I don't care, I don't watch football.
I mean, I've learned more about football in the last half year or so, but most of what I've learned is just everything that makes it sound like it's a gay porno. Like the fact there's a position called a tight end and a wide receiver.
Wait, really?
and a-
Tight end?
Yeah,
Are you fucking
Yeah, tight end.
serious? You're not fucking
I'm
with me right
fucking-
now, are you?
like that's legitimately what they're called, tight ends.
Oh
It
my
gets worse
God.
than that, because whenever they go in for because they're the ones who scored the touchdowns or whatever, but when they go in, it's described as penetration. And then you've got like the wide receivers.
No, I know that one! I know that one!
Yeah, but it's still like in the context of everything else with tight ends and deep penetration.
And you know,
It's
the way
like-
the game's played, where they're just all like rubbing against each other, tackling them into the
Incredible.
ground,
But yeah,
caressing their face.
when I heard the term tight end, I was like, you can't be serious, really? Really?
Listen,
In
our country was born from Puritans who are repressed as
I was-
fuck. So I'm
I was-
not surprised when you think about it.
I was gonna say in America, where men are men, and any thing that's not manly needs to be shot and killed, and also anything else that's just around needs to be shot and killed. But then they decide to have the, like, you know, for lack of a better term, the gayest terminology in their premiere sport.
Honestly, it's somehow more homoerotic than wrestling is.
Yeah, but that's only because every time you watch wrestling now, you just think, did Vince McMahon shit in her hair?
God.
Did you hear, like, did I mention about, like, fuck, what's his name? There's another guy who was, like, implemented. It's like Johnny Ace or something.
No.
Did I mention, like, his excuse for why, why he was also, or what his excuse was?
No.
So he basically said that, yeah, he did all those things, but Vince basically made him do it, so he's as much a victim as them.
You know, it sounds very, I was just following orders. Ow. Ow. Ow! Ah! There I go, falling to my death. It's okay, I have a single cookie left. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna die.
There's more cookies than people in third world countries have, Dan. It's like,
You mean...
there'll be a lot more third world countries if Trump gets his way.
You're right.
Oh well. I have faith in the real heroes of any election, which is not, you know, the campaigners or anything else. It's the normal rank and file people who just do what the fuck whatever the fuck they want, and, you know, the silent majority who you basically can never really predict.
I have faith in nobody.
Oh no, you can have faith in some people doing stupid things.
I mean, I got faith in people being stupid. I always expect people to be stupid.
I mean, I just love that every time Trump's like, yeah, Biden's too old, and I'm like, aren't you like 2 years younger than him?
They're
No,
both
shut up.
old as fuck.
Well, yeah, but I said to someone literally today, the only reason Biden was put up on the ticket was because they realised that historically old white guys are the presidents. They got the oldest, whitest guy possible.
You're right. Damn.
And it worked.
You're right. It did work.
So, I actually also have a foolproof strategy on how to defeat Trump.
Okay.
Which is basically, whenever you get to the debates, you know, and they all have to go up to their podiums, you say, oh, Mr. Trump, here's your podium. You can tell because I marked it out for your hand size. And then it's just got like a little baby handprints on it.
So that way he just gets distracted the entire time and just screams about that?
He'll spend literally the whole time just screaming about that he'll never actually say anything of note. It will just be, my hands are massive. No, shut up. I don't have tiny baby hands. Because it's like, this is the funny thing. It's not even like it's a great insult, but it's just he gets so unreasonably angry.
Yeah, honest to God, when they
that it just makes it like just do that.
Because like I don't. Because like when they first like were pulling the joke out, I was like, I just kind of shrugged at it. But then when I saw that he was getting so angry about it, I went from no wait, hold on, this is actually really good.
No, wait a second, this is genius. Because the secret
As
is,
someone who like, the thing is, it doesn't have to be good. It just has to piss him the fuck off.
You know, the secret to defeating Trump is not actually that difficult. It's just that nobody else seems to grasp the concept, which is
you treat him like a child.
Stop treating him like he's. Yeah, stop treating him like a person. You literally just demean him and mock him, and then he will beat himself.
Yeah, because he'll get upset about it like a kid.
Yeah.
And in fact,
like,
a lot of like American conservatives are like that. If you just mock them like a child, they don't know what to do with you and get so mad. And the thing is, a lot of them are like, you know, they will throw that kind of shit at people, so you can just do that yourself and it'll drive them up a wall, and it's really funny.
It's like you can't win by facts and logic.
No.
Because if facts and logic work, well then trickle down. People would stop talking about trickle down economics or massive tax breaks in a recession.
Yeah.
You know, insane things that every financial expert on the planet goes, this is dumb. Just because it didn't work the last 6 times someone tried it, I'm sure this time it will definitely be different. And it's like, well, no, obviously not, because that's not how it works. but you know. But yeah, so facts and logic don't really work work in these sort of debates. So
yeah,
you just
no.
need to
You have to play on emotions.
yeah, and very easy, and it's very easy because everyone gets incredibly heated. So all you have to do is just be the guy laughing, and they'll fucking ruin themselves.
You just have to look quote unquote strong.
You don't need to do that. You just need to.
Well, yeah,
not,
no,
you
by,
just need
by,
to not
by
get
mocking
mad.
them like that and getting them mad and not you, you quote unquote look strong.
Like if I had a talk show and there was like some unreasonable politician coming on, I'd be like, okay, so just before we, or like as they're on, like going midway through, they're doing whatever. I'm like, well, if you look under your seat, actually, I did get you a bottle of warm milk and a blanket because I figured you'd be cranky and you would need your nappy nap.
I mean, one of the reasons why, because like Jon Stewart's
You
back.
know, get shot, but you know.
So like Jon Stewart's back on television. One of the reasons why conservatives freaked out about him being back is one of the things that he was really good at was just humiliating a lot of politicians on television.
It's not
and-
hard. You just need to actually have the balls to go for him.
Exactly. But he's got those, and not a lot of people do. And that's why a lot of them were panicking when I remember like watching like online like weirdos panicking about it, and I'm like, good, this is great. I'm glad he's back. And Stewart's not like Stewart is someone who does rag on both sides. Like he was making fun of the fact that both of our candidates are fucking ancient fossils, even doing a joke like, "Look at me, they are 20 years older than me," as he's pointing at the fact that he looks so old now. Like he's just pointing out how ridiculous the age is, and also was joking about like how like they are the right now they are the record for they are breaking the record for the oldest two candidates running for president, which was a record previously held by themselves.
Well, I mean, like I said, the Democrats realized that the best way to win was to pitch the oldest, whitest man.
Grumpy old men.
I mean, I still maintain that the real reason they didn't win in 2016 is because literally nobody likes Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary. So
nobody in the
when that
don't even know people in their own party like Hillary.
So the Hillary Trump election is fascinating in the fact that they are historically the least popular candidates in American history.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, of course it was gonna be bad like that. Like, yeah, she won the popular vote, but even with that, she didn't win by much.
It was very much not to quote South Park or anything, but a choice between a douche and a turd sandwich.
Yeah, no, it literally was.
And South Park actually predicting stuff instead of just reacting to it. And they thought they were being all smug, saying, well, surely, like, Bush administration, that's the peak of it all.
Nope.
Like, that's the point of where we've reached this.
I honestly kind of had a feeling it was going to happen during the time. Because I live in a red district. So I am around a lot of people who are to the right and also to the right, if you catch my drift.
Nazis, gotcha.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, I said it.
It's true, you did. I forgot they did a redux of this boss fight. Or do they not? Oh wait, no, they don't. I forgot they actually don't. They fake you out thinking that you're gonna do it, and then this is when you fight Yellow.
Surprise! It's the main villain of Godzilla X. Well, second main villain of Godzilla X Kong. Hey, Sabo.
Hello, Sabo. Oh my god, I forgot how goofy they look. Jesus.
He's fighting Yellow Monkey. How are you?
Been an interesting week.
Why? What happened?
I almost got a road rage beatdown the other day.
Wait, did you beat the guy down, or did they beat you down?
No, I was out driving with my dad when we were going to one of his clients, and somebody cut us off. And since he's a South Carolinian driver now, he doesn't take too kindly to asshole New Jersey drivers, so he beeped with them. and the guy just started following us.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Dad, that guy's following us. He's like, no, he's not. He's just going in the same place, except he followed us all the way into his client's facility, which is like a big factory with a security gate and cameras. And he was tailgating us, so he was just following us through all the gates until finally he got to the security guard's booth, who looked at him like, what the hell are you doing here? And then he quickly gunned it and just tore out of the place. And Dad was like, that was strange. And I was like, it's not strange. He was following us to attack us or something because you beeped at him. So, I almost had a angry Jersey driver assault me and then be assaulted by a big security guard in response.
Real talk, would you have helped? Well, he would have assaulted your dad because he was driving. Would you have helped your dad?
I would have needed to. We're friends with the security. We're friends with the security guard, so he would have just.
Yeah, but let's say hypothetically, right? That guy catches you, and you haven't got a big security guard friend to help you. Would you help your dad?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't need to.
But if you did.
But if I did, yeah. But it almost would have been an interesting story of a tall black security guard shooting an old white guy to protect a younger white guy. Which I'm not sure how that
would have not flown in court. I can tell you that much.
I'm gonna say I'm not sure how that flows with the narrative, but
would have not gone well in court. I can tell you that much.
That guy's my buddy. Because I actually talk to him, and I don't just ignore him like most of the worker people do. So he definitely would have gone out for the weapons.
Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, ow, that hurt. I forgot about the phaser. She just chops you.
Because I'm pals with all the miscellaneous people at the factories, because I actually try to make conversation with them.
Always good.
Yeah.
Always a good idea to become friends with the people who are most likely to go on murderous rampages.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be there when they did, probably, but yeah.
You never know. With your luck, maybe you would.
Probably.
Oh.
And also, we lost one of the car keys for the 2 cars here, so we've been tearing the house apart for 2 days.
Knocked out their teeth.
Did you try? Did you check one of the fridges?
Yeah, we checked all 3 fridges.
No dice.
We checked all 3 fridges. We checked all 3 freezers.
Jimmy, do you read me?
How many garbage cans did you check?
Headed off to the moon.
We take the moon.
We checked all 3 garbage cans.
Maybe Mr. Plow took it.
It's possible. Yeah, Mr. Plow damaged my garbage can the other day when he plowed it.
So what is it you're all talking about?
Damn you, Mr. Plow. I mean, if it fell out of someone's pocket and landed in the snow, and then Mr. Plow came by, he might have plowed up those keys. In which case, they're gone forever.
because I am about to reveal my
They're
trump
gone
card.
forever.
Trump card? You mean the lethargy
Well,
laser?
I'm sure they'll turn up eventually. Or if not, a locksmith.
Well, it's one of those fancy cars that has a fob that opens it, not a key. So,
Oh.
and we already called a deal, and they're like, yeah, we can't replace that unless you can, give us another one of the fobs. So like, okay, so what are we supposed to do? I don't know, we didn't think anyone would lose them.
Pray to God. That's what you can do.
No, you pray to St. Anthony. The patron saint of lost stuff.
We gotta hurry.
I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm just going to believe that you're telling me the truth. It's fine. I got to instruct Dan on American football today.
Yeah, as I learned how homoerotic it really is.
Why is that?
I told him about the position called the tight end, which sets themselves up for deep penetration.
Oh yeah. It's true, I do remember that one.
Wait,
You
hold on,
did an
something.
amazing job.
Well, see, you know why the other team lost?
I'm
They just
holding.
they didn't have good enough zone defense.
1 second. I'm check it on my phone because the timer on it says I'm streaming, but the timer on my thing isn't clicking down. Is it still streaming?
I'll check.
Oh yeah, it's still streaming. Okay, it's just the program's being weird. I just checked on my phone.
Well, good.
That's good to know. I got
Look,
scared.
I'll just say, you are right though. Like, what football team wouldn't win if they had Blitzwing on their side?
You're right.
I'm gonna say the 49ers would have won if Blitzwing was playing for him.
See, I don't even, see, this is actually the first time I learned who won. That's how little I pay attention to football.
Well, I had to.
I thought it was the Chiefs.
No, I said San Francisco would have won. The Chiefs won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, no, I understood right away. The
Right.
Chiefs, are they called the Commanders now? I don't.
No, I thought the Commanders was Washington because they can't call themselves the Redskins.
Yeah, no, they're
anymore.
still-
Oh, okay. Listen, like I said,
The Chiefs is.
I'm showing you how little I know about football right now.
Yeah, I've got a friend who's into it, so occasionally I'll get snippets like the Redskins.
The only
Can't
thing
be
I
called the
know about
Redskins anymore
football is
because that's racist.
Eagles stuff because it's around me so much, and I just root for them to lose so I don't have to fucking hear about them. So when they finally get knocked out of the season, I'm like, oh, good. Oh, I can rest easy now.
I mean, you don't live like 20 miles away from Giant Stadium.
See, I don't know how bad the Giants
I
fans
do.
are, but I know how bad the Eagles fans are.
Eagles.
So I'm
To be fair,
playing
I
gotcha
had-
for health again.
I had to look up who the Chiefs.
1
were
second,
playing 'cause
BRB.
I forgot who it was. I forgot who the Chiefs beat in the Super Bowl like 2 days ago. I just had to look it up. I only know the Chiefs because all over the news that there's a shooting.
Yeah, he mentioned the shooting thing before, and I was like, he said like, why? I thought you guys like football, and I was like, I don't think you understand. Nobody hates football more than football fans.
Because it's probably some 49ers fan.
Probably.
Like, that was our win.
You know, I'm surprised it wasn't an Eagles fan to do it. I guess they just prefer just destroying their own city.
I mean, it's not like the Jets. The Jets know they're not going to win, so they're okay with that.
They're just like, wait, we won? Huh? Whenever they do.
Yeah, basically.
It's like when you play a fighting game as a joke character.
And the Jets are basically the joke character of football.
I main Neko arc. I hate it when I get a monkey fable just because I can't skip them quick
The
enough.
Jets were in one Super Bowl in 1969, and they won.
1969,
So
nice.
So that's the equivalent of
Nice. Though,
the
nice.
joke character winning.
Oh, nice. 69, nice. I have such a habit of making like 2 save files whenever I'm playing games. At minimum. Now it's the moon base. And after the moon base, it's going back and catching a bunch of monkeys that I didn't catch already. But I'll also have a boxing glove. The boxing glove is so stupid, I love it. But yeah, any football knowledge I have is against my will, and it's not much.
Here I come.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, right.
I'm
You
on the
might
moon
find
base
this
now.
funny, Dan. Cool. But yeah, you both might find this funny, actually. I've been trying to convince my D&D group that we should all have backup characters. But they should all be turtles who are monks.
I approve. I approve of this idea. In fact,
Yeah,
fuck your
conveniently,
characters that you currently have. Throw them out. Get the turtle monks.
No, I'm keeping my, not Optimus Primal.
That replacement characters never work.
They do.
We've tried to have a character replaced with a new character twice, and both times the game has not
Oh, no,
lasted
you
one
keep
session past that guy's introduction because he just doesn't jive.
Nah, you keep him just in case like another character dies. That's all.
Yeah, you always want to... Having a backup is a good idea, just in case your characters eat shit. I always have, like, one or two in mind.
If we lose a character, the game always falls apart.
That's... I'm gonna be blunt, that sounds like a skill issue.
No, it's just that we're really bad at integrating new guys into our dynamic if we haven't been doing it for a while. Like...
Yeah, like I said, skill issue.
What is your dynamic then? Are you murder hobos? Are you one of those players?
Are you? If you are, I'll have no respect for you. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
No, I just...
You got quiet.
I do... No, I don't
Yeah,
murder hobo, but I do...
He's thinking.
I do come up with insane things to amuse myself, like...
That's fine.
Like using onions as my main weapon.
So I never like telling D&D stories because they're almost always just shit. Because it's usually just like, oh yeah, this thing happened, but then I rolled a 20 or then I rolled a 1. It's like, who really cares about stories that are just dice rolls, you know? But the one story I do like to tell is that we were.
Sometimes that can be fun, like a party nearly getting TPK'd, and then suddenly one of the characters just rolls nothing but 20s and annihilates a bunch of ghoul goblins.
Yeah, but it's not stuff that like people who aren't like into D&D or playing D&D are gonna care about.
I mean, it depends on how you tell it.
But the one story I do like to tell people is that when we were, me and my current group were doing like, it was this whole thing where our DM had set up like multiple different like quest givers for each members of the party, you know. And we were doing a quest to like go and meet this quest giver who was all his spy. So it's for these two specific characters in our party who are, you know, on the darker side, because I'm playing my righteous Silver Age paladin character who talks like a Silver Age superhero.
Like Dudley do, right?
More like Brave and the Bold Aquaman.
I mean, that's not too far off from Dudley do, right?
Lots of being loud and boisterous and justice.
Yeah, that's not really that far from Dudley
But
do, right?
so yeah, this guy was a big old spy master. You know, all about doing things duplicitously and in the shadows, etc. And you know, it was also for these two specific members of our party who were there on game day. But one of them, who was playing as a cat person, decided that actually, rather than talk to their like quest giver, they were just gonna take a nap and literally refused every opportunity to wake up. Like, not oh, they didn't roll good. They were like, no, I'm gonna be asleep actually. And then the other one just walked off to get a drink, which left me and my friend, who are both playing characters who, as I said, I'm playing basically Brave and the Bold Aquaman, and he's playing a guy whose entire gimmick was being incredibly literal. And it's like, oh, so all the people who were supposed to talk to him have gone, leaving just us, and we basically ruined that entire quest by just fucking with the guy. Which no one was really mad at us for, and me and my friend actually felt the most upset about the whole thing. We were like, oh no, we potentially affected other people's gameplay by being our characters, just, you know, really kind of, well, why would you do things stealthily when you could be loud and boisterous for great justice?
Rousing sound heroism.
Basically, and then just kind of, when he's trying to sell us sometimes these things, yeah, just basically evolving into calling him stupid, because why would you not do things like out in the open and boldly and bravely?
That reminds me of the one time I snuck my character into like a publicist office, and then like when I got caught, I just dove straight out the window and started jumping on rooftops.
Leon Kennedy in RE4 style.
Yeah, basically. He's like, you got caught. Are you gonna talk yourself out of this? No, I'm just gonna jump out the window and start running on rooftops back home.
I'm leaving. Bye.
I would have set
This isn't where I parked my horse.
And then, like, the same group is doing a different campaign from our main one, and we have different characters for that. And like my friend who's DMing that one was like, I'm gonna do this new like game where we all take part in building the world, and the whole thing is like, you get to draw these cards, and and then you can decide like a truth about the world or an event that's happening, with the trade-off with the thing being that, oh, here is this big event that's going to happen, and you should really spend your time like preparing for that and keeping that in mind and getting resources and such. And everyone knew this going in, And yet, inexplicably, despite knowing that the Warforged horde of killer robots was going to come bearing down on us, literally nobody built anything to deal with that. So they are literally just going to rock up, find literally zero defenses. So that's going to go fun. But yeah.
Oh, so Dan, it turns out that Super Bowl shooting was just a personal dispute.
Oh.
So one guy was just angry at another guy and decided he was going to shoot him at the Super Bowl rally, and then just started shooting other people for giggles, I guess.
You know, being an American.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
once you start shooting, you can't just stop at one. It's very Moorish.
Like, well,
It's-
I'm already
it-
going
it-
to jail. Might as well make it worth my while.
It's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Oh god, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, all the Taylor Swift fans are breathing a sigh of relief that their precious angel isn't being, you know, targeted, or is, I don't fucking know. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever, like,
I am.
I've definitely heard a song of hers, but I couldn't tell you what it's called or what the lyrics are or anything, but it's just,
I don't really
yeah,
care
I
about
must
her
have
at
heard,
all.
I must have heard it on something, and yeah.
I know You Belong With Me only because Weird Al made a parody of it.
But yeah, I don't really care for her. She just kind of exists. I don't hate her.
She's okay.
She's just
You can't-
there.
You don't want to
I've nothing against her personally.
Yeah.
bring down a horde of angry Swifties by saying, "Oh, I don't like Taylor Swift."
It's not even like I'm afraid of a horde of Swifties. I'll die. I don't care. It's more of I just don't care.
So I'll
Some-
die.
But I just say
That's a
this.
sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I just say this as someone. I don't think any music is worth anything if it doesn't have a sick guitar riff.
Oh shit.
I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, I just don't really.
I just
care.
said I'd die on that hill.
Yeah, I know. I heard you. I heard you the first time.
What more do you want from me?
Die on the hill?
Speaking of music, the one thing I would say is the one commercial with Ben Affleck was hilarious.
What
I thought
Ben
anyway.
What commercial?
I'll show it to you when we're done, I guess.
Oh. You just go, man, I got my dream and it was all for nothing.
No, he tries to start a boy band.
Well, not the most embarrassing thing he's done.
No. As embarrassing things goes, it's honestly pretty mild.
I still like there was just a monkey in the fucking drain pipe of the toilet. God, I
Remember
love
that
Ape
thing?
Escape. It's so cartoony.
Remember that thing we pull out a knife, you're like, I don't know which end is which, and then you almost think I should poke to see which is which. Wait a second, that's a bad idea.
No, I don't think I've ever had that thought.
I just had that where I'm like, oh yeah, I need a knife to get through this. I'll pull out one of my knives. Wait, this is a new knife. Which end is the pointy end? Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
That reminds me of when I was trying to cut open a box with an extremely sharp pair of scissors angled towards my face, and then I stopped and went,
Wait.
I can see this going badly. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
This is a bad idea.
Why am I doing this?
Well, because I just wasn't paying attention. Then I was like, if I slipped, I'd just jab the scissor right into my eye. It's probably a bad idea.
I thought about it, and yeah, this would be a bad idea. This is a terrible idea.
I didn't jump quick enough and I fell. It's fine, I got the monkey in here, it doesn't matter.
That's also a bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
Time for another good idea, bad idea.
I love those segments.
Good idea. Throwing a surprise party for your father. Bad idea. Throwing a surprise party for your grandfather.
That one was so fucking dark.
Surprise!
That one was so goddamn dark.
Kind of funny that I think a lot of Freakazoid's best bits are when it's not Freakazoid.
Good idea. Playing catch with
Well, that was
your father.
Animaniacs.
Bad idea.
Was it? I thought that was Freakazoid.
No.
Good idea, bad idea was
Freakazoid was usually just Freakazoid. There were occasionally bits with other characters, but they weren't like super common.
Yeah.
The Freakazoid was a fun one.
It's alright. I always think of it as like, yeah, but it's not the tick though,
I mean, that's not fair.
isn't it?
Nothing's the tick. Even the tick isn't the tick half the time anymore.
I mean, the show was fine, and then they decided that rather than keep doing the show, we're going to do The Boys instead. Just me and The Boys.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys.
It's your boy, The Boy.
Good idea. Feeding stray kittens in the park. Bad idea. Feeding stray kittens in the park to a bear.
Was that one of them?
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't remember that one.
The bear's got to eat too.
Jesus Christ. I got a feeling the bit, though, ends with not the kittens getting eaten, but the fucking guy.
Oh, him, the guy, yeah. It's a good idea. Dressing up as a pirate for Halloween. Bad idea. Dressing up as a pinata for Halloween.
I like that one. That one's good. That's a really fucking good one.
Yeah, but I think a good idea is just being a professional pirate, honestly.
Be a professional pirate! I don't want to do the rest because I might get VOD muted.
Oh yeah, because Disney's really protected the copyright of Muppet Treasure Island.
You'd be surprised.
So you say one line from Muppet Treasure Island.
But they know.
God damn it, I'm gonna have to wait for this to blow up.
You love business. It is the American way. Sam, story takes place in England. Oh, it is the British way.
No, that's Christmas Carol.
Yes, Christmas. I know. I like that line.
It's a good line.
Business.
The British way.
I mean,
Sam with the grand finale. It's called the 4-hour tribute to all nations, but mostly America.
I love the Muppets.
You've got 2.5 minutes. It's from the Muppet Vision thing at Disney World, which I think is still there,
Probably.
even though it's been like 40 years.
well,
It's
You know
so
what, the
long, Henson actually made it for them
Damn it.
when he was still alive.
the good old days.
Man, the good old days of the 1980s.
Bit bad. I really thought you were going to go for the Sundowner quote there. You started saying the good old days, and I'm like,
Good old days!
fuck
It was the
Oh, this jump sucks, by the way.
The good old days of Sundown. Why would I say that?
Sundown. It's a character from Metal Gear Rising called Sundowner.
This
Oh.
sucks. This sucks. I forgot
who's
how
big-
shitty this area was.
Whose big trait is that he is crazy, but more so than most other Metal Gear characters.
It's not
And
saying much.
he has a quote along that literally goes like the good old days of before, like the good old days after 9/11.
And 9/11.
Oh yeah, back when they
we-
could just attack anyone.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so it's for 9/11. People are mad. We can attack anyone and get away with it.
Even if they have nothing to do with it.
All this to protect 7-Eleven.
Oh, thank heaven.
So we, Tipper Cow, you should do what we do in the good old days. That was before everyone got drafted for the war, and the ball game wasn't on.
Man, Revengeance is such a good game.
What is?
Revengeance.
Oh yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll finally re-release it.
I mean, you can just play it on Steam right now.
You could, but it would be nice to have like it slightly updated. But you know, Konami.
I mean, I played it last year, and it holds up fine. Like, the port's actually a good port.
Oh, I guess technically that's technically also news. So I was literally saying to a friend of mine yesterday about how, I mean, you'll not care, Dan, but like how terrible of an idea, like, or fundamentally a bad idea, like Silent Hill 2 remake really is.
Yeah.
Because that first game is like such lightning in a bottle. Like you can, because it's like so much of it has to come from basically stuff that almost like had to be by accident.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that is, you know, a product of the time, era, and environment that it was created in, with this very specific people going through very specific things in their lives.
But I mean, like, so for instance, you have
It's kind of like that's the reason why you could never actually have another Excel Saga cartoon anime.
Yeah, but I was just meaning that like part of it is also not even just like the thing going through people's lives, but also like one of the things people like is the dreamlike voice acting, which makes the given everything is really some real quality, and like the early PS2 visuals being, you know, it's like aside from the obvious thing like, oh well, you've got you know, low you've got poor oh, what's the phrase I'm looking for?
Damn it.
No, not damn it. Because of like the way it has to load visuals, it gives you like this. Like,
No,
this
I said
like,
damn it because I got shot.
Well, I know you did. I was just being a dick.
Fuck off.
Fuck off! I shall. I'm not going to.
I'm gonna beat
make
this
you
robot
happy.
to death.
I'm gonna make you happy.
You know what'll make me happy? Beating this other robot to death.
No.
I'm gonna beat it to death.
Kill
But,
you, kill you to death.
But yeah. So it's just like a lot of qualities, like the English voice acting being not the worst, but not great, or like as I said, the visuals having this really kind of uncanny valley thing, especially in like the CG. But it's like all of those sort of like contribute to the creepy atmosphere and the very specific vibe that Silent Hill had, or Silent Hill 2 had. It's just that just won't exist anymore because everything will have to be like cleaned and done, you know, properly.
Yeah.
But like,
It's kind of like as some people are complaining about. So there's a CDI inspired game that came out called RZ, and they're like, the voice acting isn't quite the same. I'm like, well, it's not going to be. It literally can't be. And I don't mean that like, oh, you have to have a higher quality. I mean that as in like, you can't make that kind of voice acting because it needs to be a very specific environment, very specific people. Honestly, even very specific microphones. And you can't really make it now, considering how people are aware of it. The tongue is going to be firmly placed on the cheek.
yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about that. Outside of time travel.
But so yeah, you can't really get that vibe in of itself, but also like, I think even if you don't know the twist to Silent Hill 2, you know the twist to Silent Hill 2. And not in the same way that like, oh, everybody knows that Aerith dies in Final Fantasy VII. But in the sense that because Silent Hill 2's twist was so effective, so many other horror games have ripped it
I've
off.
tried to copy it, yeah.
But now, as soon as you go into a horror game and it's like, oh, here's your protagonist, and it's like, there's some things that aren't quite fuzzy in their memory, right? Immediately, like, all right, well, they're a horrible person.
All right, who'd they kill? What family member did they murder?
It's kind of a disservice because in a lot of ways, Silent Hill 2 works because because in a lot of ways, it's you know, as obvious as it is to say, what makes it work is it's very open to interpretation. Like, even though here are the facts is that we know of, you know, James kills his wife. Very up in the air depending on how you choose to believe it and which ending you get, whether he did it out of love or hate. So it's a matter of is he a wholly negative character or is he a sympathetic character? Did he kill his wife?
Is he just crazy?
Well, it's more of a is he evil or did he put her out of her misery?
Well, you see, the canon ending is obviously the dog ending.
Well, that's the other thing. You won't get multiple endings, and at best you might get dog ending, which is, fine, but, like, once again, it's also going to be losing out on a lot of the ambiguity that really makes the game work. I'm sure, but, I don't. As I said, it's, remake of Palooza at the moment. And you know what? I will give. This is the rare time I'm going to give Final Fantasy VII Remake credit. In that it's not a it's despite the name, it's not actually a remake.
Yeah, but I wanted a remake.
I know, but I'm just saying it's the one thing you have to give them credit for. They did take the most unoriginal base concept and managed to do something incredibly stupid and fucky with it. But it was something new and stupid and fucky with it.
All they had to do was falsely advertise it.
Yeah, but
Well, that's okay because Square did it, and if it was another company, people would be mad. But Square did it, so it's okay.
I don't know. If Microsoft did it, everyone would be champing at the bit, saying, "Oh my god, Microsoft, you're the best."
No, people have already turned like, wait a minute, was it not a good idea for Microsoft to own everything? Yes, it was. It was not a good idea. You fucking idiots.
But the first new expansion for Hearthstone since the acquisition would have had a nasty impact, got announced. And the only reason I bring it up is that they've finally done the thing, a really skeevy thing, which is, obviously before it was an expensive game to really play at like a consistent level, but it was still free to play. But now they've put in a card in like because you could always pre-order expansions to get like X amount of packs and other goodies, but now they've put in like, oh, if you pre-order this expansion you get this card early, and it's like, it's a terrible card, like it's not worth playing. But what if it wasn't a terrible card? Then it's like, oh, if you want to play this good card and
pay money. So now it's like every other trading card game.
Yes, but it would also be you can't but yeah. And the other thing is that because they never actually adjusted how the prices work on Hearthstone's shop, in countries like Brazil,
oh yeah, I see where this is going.
Argentina, where they've had massive economic or problems the last couple of years, you're talking like, I think the quote was like 25% of a person's annual income going on to one of these pre-orders, because they never adjusted for, their inflation.
That's a problem with game prices in general, and the increase, and even more so with the fucking increase, where the games are going to fucking, for American dollars, 70, but worse in other countries.
So it's just, and then it feels like that when I saw all the posts of even before, like when other stuff happened or things that were announced, they were like, I thought Microsoft was going to fix everything, and I'm like, why did I spend all this time shouting at people, telling them this was going to happen?
And
why did nobody believe me, Dan?
Nobody believed me either, Train. Nobody believed me either.
Why? Why does everyone?
Maybe we're related to Cassandra of Troy. Have you ever considered that? Because I have.
I don't want to.
It'll be great. Everything will come on the one platform, and they'll love all their franchises equally. This won't go wrong at all.
Love any franchises.
While we're at it, let's give everything to Disney as well.
Yeah. Disney's definitely not struggling with even the franchises they own now.
Well, I mean, this was before that. It's like, let's give them Marvel and Fox.
I haven't watched the teaser for Deadpool 3. I just don't care.
I did see the teaser for X-Men 97. Looks pretty good.
I did watch the X-Men 97. I'm like, I mean,
I haven't watched that yet, but
the teaser looks good, but I'm like, I don't know if I trust it.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, yeah. It's a teaser, so like it's hard to tell the actual quality, but I want to check it out.
I mean, I would check it out, but I'm half expecting, and then it'll be good for like one episode, and then they'll just like kill off everyone and throw in Marvel or something.
And they're that desperate to sell her, are they?
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm expecting it's like it'll seem like
I don't think so.
It'll seem like it's a continuity of the original cartoon for like one episode, and then they'll just like kick everyone out and do something stupid. That's
even after her movie bombed.
I fell all the way down
sounds
here.
Weird now, but whatever.
Well, I mean, none of them sound right because none of them are the original voice actors.
No, they are. Most of them. Most
Oh,
of them
Well, then none of them will sound right because it's been like 30
I was gonna
fucking
say.
years.
Well, then the answer is they're older.
The thing is, Wolverine's voice actor is too old to do the gravelly Wolverine voice, so he just does his own regular speaking voice, and it sounds kind of weird. Like he sounds younger now.
Well, he's doing like a more of a Canadian style voice now too.
Yeah, he's like, hey, he's like, yeah, bub.
There's only like some people who can keep a voice going for like 30 years.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, the whole gravelly voice thing isn't obviously how he really sounded, but it's just like you'd think they maybe would have found someone who could do that. So, but whatever. I mean, I guess it's probably the best if they keep the original cast. I know Cyclops is different, but the guy they got to take over basically sounds just like him. So
He doesn't really sound just like him to me.
well, he sounds similar enough, and he's dead, so it's not like they could.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I just mean like.
I'm telling you, you should get the original Cyclops. Kids will love that. I keep telling you, he's 76 and he's dead. Which sadly is not actually as relevant to threat as relevant to joke anymore.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
It's like, this doesn't matter.
AI voice Cyclops.
We'll just plug it in. We'll just create an AI character, and no one will know the difference.
To be fair, you could actually probably get away with a Cyclops soundboard. Just use his mother count. Just use his MVC2 voice lines.
Yeah.
Behold!
Blast.
Optic blast!
Optic blast! Optic blast!
Optic blast! Optic blast! Behold! Gene splice!
No, his best line is definitely, you wouldn't hit the guy with glasses, would you?
Yeah, but then he took him off, and then he just got immediate. Then he blasted that guy.
And then he blasted Jack Nicholson.
Well, that's what you get.
So take him off. Put him back on, please.
To be fair, in a world of mutants, you probably should be like more concerned about who you pick, which random guy you pick a bar fight with.
Yeah, he could suddenly just grow an extra arm and slap you across the arena.
Yeah.
It's definitely an honest concern.
I was like the episode where the Juggernaut shows up, and they like Wolverine and the X-Men spend all their time trying to find the Juggernaut, and then like, hey, who wrecked the X-Mansion? Do you think it was this big Russian guy? And Colossus is like, hello everybody, it's me, Colossus, everybody's favorite friendly Russian. It does occur to me after rewatching bits of 97 how no adaptation ever gets Saber 2 right. They just like they try and do stupid shit like have him not talk or have him be Logan's brother, and it's like just have him be an asshole, a psychotic asshole. Works for the Joker.
Like, what is he? He's just a jackass.
Yeah, he's just an There's no like tragic backstory or anything. He's just a dick.
And he had a son who turned out to be the leaders of the Friends of Humanity.
No son of mine.
What would you say is the closest to getting him right?
What? Sabretooth?
Yeah.
Probably 97.
The 90s cartoon, yeah.
Yeah. It's like 97 or maybe like Midnight Suns, just having him be a colossal douchebag who's just the most thoroughly unlikable prick of all time.
X-Men Evolution is kind of sort of half, almost, but like they butcher it by making it like the movie and having it be loyal to Magneto. Doesn't want to work with Magneto.
He works with Magneto when it's convenient. That's
Yeah,
about
but
it.
Magneto-
he's not like a diehard Magneto
No,
loyalist.
no, he's not.
Like he wouldn't work with Wolverine because Magneto told him to. He'd be like, no.
Not with Wolverine. Fuck off.
He'd be like, Logan! Logan!
Hey Logan, what's up?
Hi.
I'm onto you.
Just like, yeah, basically, just completely fucking with him. I'm arting you.
This is gonna hurt.
But yeah.
Oh, it didn't hurt. I'm built different. It's fine. So after this boss fight in the cutscene, we'll probably end for today. And then next time we'll be
He's
catching all
enabled
the
his
remaining
cheat.
monkeys.
What took
Hey,
you
hey,
so
we're the
long,
monkeys.
Liz?
People say we monkey around.
Sorry, but we've already used the energy laser for firing.
Yeah, 60. Yeah, that old school 60s Britpop references. Boy, yeah.
I understood that reference. They used to play it on Nick at Night when I was a kid.
I think the most likely well-known song by the Monkees in today's world is probably the one song that was covered by Smash Mouth for Shrek,
Shit, you're right.
which is probably a fitting end for the Monkees, who were only created to rip off the Beatles. And, you know, no one could rip off the Beatles, not even the Beatles. And I say this as a person who genuinely thinks the best things the Beatles ever contributed to society was the quote, "Ringo's not even the best drummer in the Beatles." It's a pretty good fucking diss. Do we say those now? Do we still say that? I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna die.
Oh no, don't die.
It's fine. I'm just gonna get killed by a robot monkey with cymbals.
So Sabo, what's the betting that Rin gets pushed more to the wayside and Valvarad becomes basically the true secondary rider?
I don't know about that. People are like, they're really pushing Rin.
Damn it.
I mean, they've pushed bad characters before, to the extent of all else. So yeah, I don't know. I think they're just gonna be like, no, we're gonna ride or die with Rin.
Rider or die.
Ryder, I hardly know her.
I mean, they pushed Sakura very hard, even though nobody liked her.
Which one was Sakura again?
The Jian.
Oh,
Nice.
right, yeah.
Even though in the end in the Revice, like all of the minor characters pulled way higher than all of the leads.
I don't think they pushed anyone in Revice that hard. I think the one they pushed the hardest was Vice, and well, probably shouldn't have done that. Just bad Momotaros.
Nobody liked him. Yeah, it's like listen, like a character who's just an asshole to everybody. Hey, nobody likes him.
That's the thing. He's basically trying to just be a Momotaros, but Momotaros worked because he wasn't just a complete douche all the time. He actually cared about his friends.
And they tried to explain, oh, well, there's a reason he's such an asshole to everybody.
Because he made a promise or some shit, I don't know.
It was because he was made when, like, what's his name, was an angsty teenager, so he took on all of his negativity.
Yeah. Someone's doorbell going.
That was my phone.
Oh.
I didn't even hear that. To be fair, I do have a video game in my ear.
I have ears like a bat and eyes like a rodent. Man,
So-
you know, that character's called Ditkovich, and what a fucking way to honour the guy who largely committed to Spider-Man, or contributed to Spider-Man. Just making him into this asshole nobody really likes beyond the memes.
Surprise, little man. Feast your eyes.
Oh, look, it's the Mark II.
Form. Ultra Goliath.
Okay, he calls it Ultra Goliath, but I call it Mark II because it's better because I'm a nerd.
Behold the sheer perfection. The exquisite.
The perfection, are you Cell?
The it's the Zeta.
Like an ant.
Does that mean the next one's double Zeta?
Part of the floor.
Maybe.
All you can do now is run in
It is pretty big and chunky in the third one.
It's true. Because that one's an actual just giant mech fight.
I was gonna say, I don't think you actually like have an arena fight against it. I think you like ride on a turtle,
believe it. You tricked me again.
a space turtle.
But I didn't do
Makes sense in context.
If you want to blame someone, blame yourself.
I like how basically he made the thing too big and heavy so it fell.
I'll get you for sure this time.
No one ever said that the Spectre was smart.
I think Spectre did.
But are you gonna trust Spectre as an idiot?
You're right.
I mean, his plan in this one is he has a fucking moon base with a giant laser cannon, and his plan is instead of like just killing people, he's just gonna make people really lazy. That's still not even his worst plan.
somehow.
Ooh.
Ah, good, he's tired. Let me take that off your hands, and I'm gonna smack you in the cockpit. Remember, the weakest point of most mechs is the cockpit, unless they're piloted by Guy or Ryoma. Then it's not the weak point. That's a danger zone.
Gal has no weak points.
Exactly. I'm just saying, I think I'd be more afraid of going for the cockpit.
Actually, the weakest point is probably the end of the hammer because that's far enough away that Gal can't hit you.
I mean, see the main character and they go for the cockpit, that's just guaranteed.
Yeah.
We'll explain how, you'll just kind of show up alive.
Well, I mean, it is a very well-written series. I think you just don't understand.
I think he understands how well written Seed is perfectly, thanks.
I know very well.
That's the joke.
Yes, it is very well written.
That's the joke train.
I don't get it.
He's a Seed fan. That's the joke.
I mean, in the movie, they don't even bother. They just have this guy straight up hang glide out of an exploding mobile suit without
Don't worry, I saw the parachute.
any real explanation. No, he uses like just like the seat as like a paraglider somehow.
And it's a good fit. Man,
And
it's a
this
shame.
This isn't even Kira. This is Shin, who like is not known for doing things like that.
It's okay. We saw the parachute.
Man, it's a good man. It's a shame that it's Sunday. Otherwise, all of those buildings might have been filled. Which is maybe my favorite bit of
They blew up
bullshit.
the cargo robot, and the cargo was people.
Alright, what are you doing now, Spectre? What are you trying to try and swing at me with? Ah! Fists!
Take a swing, brah.
Won't do it. You won't. Coward.
Remember Star?
Sinister. Run.
I miss Sinistar.
Me too.
I never played Sinister.
Nobody ever played Sinistar,
I have.
but we
How?
all miss.
Arcade emulator.
I know you're not as
Arcade emulator.
Yeah,
Arcade emulator.
Piracy.
I'm
Piracy.
gonna be like, unless you were like a teenager in the early '80s, you did not play Sinistar in the arcade anyway.
As we all know, piracy is a victimless crime.
It's true. Listen, Ubisoft says that we should be comfortable not owning our games. They should be comfortable with not getting my money. And
Yeah.
piracy is now legal.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the company that made Sinistar isn't even running anymore, so it's not like you're
Oh yeah, I
buying
think,
it from.
I think they were midway.
Yeah, but someone probably bought the rights to it. You know how companies are. If it exists, we must purchase it. Are we going to do anything with it? No, we're going to sit on it. But if we sit on it, no one else can do anything with it.
The Harmony Gold strategy.
Yeah, we're not going to make any money out of this, but neither are you.
I mean,
isn't that?
We're just doing it so Japan can't release it internationally because.
I mean, that was literally what back in the day companies were doing to keep well, I'm dead. How did I escape those hands?
I mean, Harmony Gold tried to sue Japan, saying, "No, we own all Macross now, even your stuff." And they were like, "No."
Good luck, fuckers.
Nice try. No, they brought it to court, and the judge was like, "No."
What was it? Fox had the broadcasting rights to Rayearth and Slayer specifically because they didn't want Cartoon Network to have the rights. They weren't gonna do anything with them, but they didn't want them to have it.
They didn't want them to put them on Toonami.
Exactly. They had a little progress with the Slayers one, where Lisa Ortiz mentions that she remembers recording some like censored lines for Slayers, but no footage of it exists. And I think like they also did it with Escalaflone, aired one episode and that was it.
No, Escaflowne aired on Fox for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, but that was also why they got Escalaflone, because they wanted to keep the rights in their hands. Okay, that's how I dodged the hands. Okay.
And they gave it this freaking awful theme song.
Of course they did. It's that
That's
era.
Just, that's just like '90s synth, and people saying Escaflowne over and over and over.
To be fair,
I mean,
to be fair, that's the
Escafona's
movie.
actual theme isn't particularly epic.
I mean, the movie theme is literally just that, but as an orchestral theme.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was
It's
gonna
just,
say, I might.
Escaflowner! It's just that.
Yeah, I mean the Japanese theme is just like this weird love song.
I mean,
It
let's
was
be honest.
Maya Sakamoto's first song, first big role. So
Hey, look, you know, sometimes Japan gets like songs that really fit or are made for the thing, and then sometimes they're like, yeah, well, whatever, this one will do.
I mean,
It's
it was
true.
made directly for the thing. They just made a
Oh.
questionable choice.
Well, then, like I said, sometimes they just decide, well,
It's
whatever, this one will
girl-
do.
I mean,
it's
was it,
it's the actress who played the lead, who at the time was like this 14-year-old girl that they hired specifically from a talent contest because they wanted an actual teenager to play this character, and also because they thought she'd go on to be bigger and better things than she did. She became pretty huge.
I mean, what was it? They did that
Yeah.
with in the live-action version of Sailor Moon. They had that with Mars, where she was like the age of Mars. And I know she's a voice in the Crystal version. Not Mars, but she's somebody.
She did much. I know Mercury went on to be in other tokusatsu stuff.
That's not a surprise.
She was in Gaim.
Who was she in Gaim?
She was Koda's sister.
Considering how, like,
Oh.
And the girl who did Moon shows
I didn't
up
really
in,
have
like,
any
all,
real place to escape there.
the girl who plays Moon just shows up in all kinds of
Stuff.
shows, but usually as like moms and civilians and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
She-
me, I didn't
she,
know that.
She kind of aged out of her cute look to look like a mom-ish mature adult pretty quickly. So that kind of sank her career as the cute girl. So now she's like just playing various older characters, which happens.
Yeah, these things happen.
She was an ex-aide as that one mom with the kid who turned into bugsters towards the end.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna remember some rando like Bugster of the Week.
Well,
I barely remember Graphite, and he was allegedly a main character.
she was also the wife of that guy in Wizard who didn't want to become a wizard.
I don't remember.
Like the last of the three mages.
I spend all of my time trying to not remember Wizard. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, am I wrong?
What
Am I
about-
wrong?
Wait, what about the wizard?
I always remember the Wizard.
I mean, if the wizard was in Kamen Rider Wizard, he probably would be significantly improved.
I'd be watching that shit right now if the Wizard was in Wizard. Unless he isn't, instead we just get Wizard.
Said we get Mayonnaise Man. He almost. No, what? He made it worth it. I watched Wizard. I was like, I mean, that was meh, but you know what? Beast made it worth the watch.
I mean, Mayonnaise Man is the best, to the
He is the
point where
best.
even the show realizes he's the best and they stop using Wizard for quite a while
Yeah.
and just use Beast.
And
So that says a lot.
then he showed up in ZO. I was like, this is for all the Beast fans out there, all two of you.
Hi, Beast. Bye, Beast.
You made it
He's just there to hang out with Gates,
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
there. He's there. He's like, transform. I'm gonna fight you. No, no, I'm not.
You are a tough little man, aren't you?
Anyway, have the Wizard Ride watch.
Yeah.
See ya.
Have the Wizard Ride watch. I'm keeping mine. Are you gonna show up again? No.
Laser is right behind me.
Hey, better than what some people got.
It's just like he kept the wizard. He kept his own ride watch, which means he still had his powers, which means theoretically, you know,
He gave him.
You think he would have shown up to help somewhere along the line, but no, he's just like, I'm just gonna keep it. No way.
Yeah, you needed to save it for Gates when he got his movie.
Never stop trying. That's what gives us a future.
When he gets Gates Majesty, which is like probably one of the worst looks, but has maybe the best transformation jingle. So
I don't even think he was in that movie.
no, Birth.
Birth, Axel, Dien, and Kaixa were.
Yeah.
Kaixa somehow still being alive.
I mean, I did find out how he's back for the new movie.
Yeah, I know, and it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, he's just a robot.
It's like he's a robot, and the actual him is dead. Well, then
Yeah.
how was he in ZO? No, I didn't care.
Let's go home.
Time travel. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Actually, trying to think what series got the most screwed over. I guess Cougar? Cougar got fucking nothing.
I mean, well, that wasn't a surprise. Like that
Yeah.
guy's never coming back.
I knew he wasn't, but they didn't get anyone back from Cougar.
Well, I think they figured like Kuga didn't have any like other major writer characters, so like, well, if we can't get Kuga back, I guess there's really no point.
And Forze only really got the one teacher.
Yeah.
I think everything else got someone at least. Oh wait, Double didn't get anyone. I don't think.
They got that one guy from the movie.
Right.
Oh,
Oh yeah, from Eternal. Yeah, yeah,
Although Axel showed up in the Gates thing, so I guess that sort of counts.
yeah. Are you ending, Dan?
we're gonna be ending soon. Right now it's the credits because they play the credits on you after the cutscene.
Yeah.
And then reveal, I guess, how Spectre doesn't get captured, even though you saw him get netted. I don't remember how he. I don't remember how he gets out.
Did not.
I actually don't remember how he gets the fuck out of this one.
I decided that was a lie.
Because I know Pink breaks him out in 3. But I think we have all of the Freaky Monkey 5 this time. Or are we missing Gray, or did Gray not get captured?
Hey, remember that last game when you killed me? I decided that was a lie.
They never killed him.
Oh, I think like he gets like a help. I think someone might be Pipochi or the Professor fucks around and accidentally like teleports him somewhere, and he gets a helmet back. I don't know. I think that might be it.
That's
Oh, we'll
one
find
of
out in
the
a second.
That's like one of the Super Robot War Z's villains. He's like, you kill him, and then he shows up the next game, and he's like, "How are you still alive?" He's like, "I decided that was a lie."
I decided I didn't want to be dead.
Because his power, his power is literally like making lies truth. So he's like, I decided that was a lie that you killed me. I'm still alive.
Yeah, but nobody likes Asakim.
Rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated.
Everybody hates Asakim, and do you know why everyone hates Asakim? Because he's just Misaki.
Yeah. Because he amounted to nothing in the end.
Yeah, just like Misaki.
Well, I did like how he screwed over Advent because he absorbed his power and then it made him not immortal anymore because he's like, Asakin wants to die. He's
Hey, it's me, Advent.
He's like, wait, you mean you really wanted to die? I thought you were just being edgy. Oh no, my immortality is gone.
Hey, it's me, Advent. Wait, what do you mean you didn't want to see me?
What do you mean you never wanted to see me again?
I do love
You
that bit in 30.
You did. Like, why are you here?
Go away, Advent.
Why of all the characters they decided to bring back was it you?
Precisely because you didn't want him to come back.
I guess he was like the one character they figure people would be happy beating up a dozen times to get all of the stuff from him.
I'm still not at my final form. Well, I'm at my final form, but not my full power.
You'll have to beat me 12 times to reveal my full power.
Fuck off, Advent.
Or we can just never speak to you again. How about that?
No, wait. Ah.
No. Wait.
Poor Punisher. I say poor. He's a psychotic piece of shit.
It's true.
I had the fun of telling someone that the origins of Punisher and Hawkeye is like nobody like Spider-Man and Iron Man villains.
Yeah, like, and Hawkeye was specifically pushed up because of Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, he's just a full-on Green Arrow ripoff. He's not even a good Green Arrow ripoff.
No.
It's just Marvel's more popular.
Yeah.
Whereas Green Arrow has money, the better girlfriend.
True.
Really, a lot of money. I cannot stress he's a billionaire. He has an arrow car, an arrow cycle, an arrow cave.
They call it the
Arrow
Quiver these
neck.
days.
Well, they did call it the Quiver.
Yes. They call it the Quiver now.
I prefer the arrow cave.
Just because how ridiculous it is.
And just because it leads into the arrow cave. My god, man, have you ever had an original thought in your life?
The answer is no.
But I love like Comics Ollie and Justice League Unlimited Ollie.
I like this disclaimer, just reminding you this is a piece of fucking fiction.
Yeah, they have to throw that out there sometimes.
It's like, this is fiction. None of this is real. You don't say.
Like the thing, it's just what they want you to think.
It's a trick.
It's like the beginning of Persona 5, where if you refuse to acknowledge that it's fiction, then they're like, well, then
They just boot you back to the title screen. I think that's
Yes,
the funniest fucking shit.
I guess then you can't play the game.
Well, I'm not since I think me and Dan have both decided we're not gonna bother with Reload until it's on sale or DLC comes out.
Yeah.
I'm just not
Uh,
gonna bother with it at all, 'cause I don't really want
I was
to
gonna
play
say, do we know
Persona
if they
3
do anything? Do we know if they do anything fucky, or is it just straight? Yeah, it's
No,
Persona
it's-
3 again.
It's pretty much just straight Persona 3 again with flashier interfaces and a couple more scenes.
Oh, so basically, okay, we know. The professor's working on the transporter, and Spectre snuck in and teleported himself out.
That was it.
Somebody
So
call
yeah,
my
nothing really
name.
changes, and I don't really feel like playing that game
Come
again. So
now. You didn't think I just let
I'll
myself
wait
be
for the
captured,
inevitable
did
Persona
you?
4 remake.
Jimmy.
But it's, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it again. But then it's like also, it's just other stuff. I'm more interested in Final Fantasy Rebirth.
I'd
Not,
rather play
I
something-
haven't watched any of the trailers, but like, oh, I can't. I haven't watched any of the trailers because it's one of the few times where I'm like, I actually do care about spoilers because I want to experience firsthand the bullshit, you know?
I'm just like, I don't want to play another gloomy game about death again. Give me something else.
Okay.
Give me something
want-
positive.
I want that nonsensical crap to wash over me, coat me in it.
Yeah.
It will feed me for like a year of just because it's like, that's the problem. Final Fantasy VII Remake is fucky, but it's not fucky enough, you know? It's not like Kingdom Hearts 3 levels of fucky, where you can just keep beating that dead horse.
God.
Alright. Cutscenes are done. Next time, we'll catch the remaining monkeys. However, I don't know how many streams that'll take, because there are a lot of monkeys in this game.
What? Monkey.
Monkey. So, I'll see you next time. Same monkey channel, same monkey place. Ooh,
Oh,
something, I don't know.
Time to leave.
I'll also probably be streaming with, doing a stream with some people in the near future where we're going to be playing, Cursed Halo campaign.
we're some people.
Yes. Well, other people.
You have other
Oh.
friends other than us?
Yes.
No.
I'm insulted.
I can have more than 2. I'm allowed.
I'm gonna check the rules on that, but I'm not entirely sure that's true. Anyway, it's time to leave.
Time to leave.